I'm just a comedian, you know, and I don't really listen to critics. That's coming from a person who gets I guess because I get criticized a lot. You can't listen to it. I just do what I do, you know. When they say good things, I don't sit around and say, yeah, that's right. When they say bad things.
Do you read everything?
I read everything they say.
Do you have a clipping service so you read everything?
I read pretty much everything. And I just say, you can pretty much tell where somebody's head was at, you know, but I've never taken any advice from an article that I've read, because like I said, I feel like I'm an artist. And if you read, an artist, the best picture I think is like the first thing they did. Then critics come around and say, if he had done the eyes different, and then the next time you paint, you go, they didn't like the eyes, so I should, and I just do my thing.
But how do you think artists should move forward if they're feeling discouraged or feeling, I guess, stressed out about kind of everything that's going on in the world?
Well, it kind of is what it is now. So just kind of, you know, there's nothing you can do. It is what it is. So, you know, got to get it right, keep it rolling. I think this is a great country, and I think it's the greatest country in the world. And I think that all this shit get worked out. And I'm an optimistic person. I'm not, you know. So.
Ultimately, I just want to be known as a person who wants to make people feel good.
It was Eddie's genius for comedy that caught the eye of Hollywood and turned Eddie Murphy the comedian into Eddie Murphy the movie star.
What's happening, Luther? I'm sorry about the door, man. Did that hurt? It looked real painful when you slammed into it.
I think everybody has talents, and all you have to do is find what your talents are and put focus into it. And when I was 15, I knew I was going to be in show business, and I knew that's what I was going to do. I'm a very spiritual person, and I follow my spirit, and I do what my spirit tells me to do, you know, and I don't have a set like, oh, I want to play this type of character and I won't play that type of character. I'm receptive to anything, you know, and when the right thing comes along, if it's serious, if it's funny, if it's silly, if it's low, but see, put it this way, I just do whatever makes me, I get the most gratification from as an artist, you know. I do music albums and nobody buys my records. I do them because I love making music, you know, and that's the same way I'm about movies. I don't make movies because I don't go into it thinking, let me do this because then people will come, or how much will a movie make, and I'm trying to make the audience do that. I do what feels right for me.
Easier thing is I can tell you what's the most gratifying thing. The most gratifying thing for me as an artist is to be able to have some longevity and to be able to connect with an audience, you know, different generations, to be around for a while, especially, you know, in a business where, you know, people come and go so fast in the movie business. Just to be able to connect with an audience, you know, when you were 19 and you can still connect with them, people still appreciate what you do. That's the most gratifying thing. Bless you, Paul. That's the most gratifying thing. I don't think I'll ever give anybody any advice.
Almost all the advice I've been given was wrong.
You shouldn't follow advice. Because
that's our advice.
Everybody, take our advice, don't follow advice. Because everybody's life is different, everybody's got different, if something works for John, doesn't mean it's gonna work for me. So, do your own thing. And you kids out there, do what you want. If your parents want you to do something else, do what you want, because 9 out of 10 times you'll be right. And if you become a bum, hey, we told you not to take advice, right?
I do a little exercise, you know, just to keep it fit, and, you know, but more than anything is the least amount of, that's the stress is really the thing that really eats you up. And I have such a small stress level for years and years. And when I have something that's stressful that I have to deal with, I've really learned how to deal with it and put it in the back and not sit around. It's very rarely you see me sitting around the house like this.
You know, it's hard to believe that you... Yeah, of course, you got to.
I knew I wanted to be in show business, and I just happened to luck out and things happen. I think if you know what you're supposed to do, deep down inside, I think everybody does, and a lot of people just don't go after it, you know? Like most people start out, they say, I want to be a this, but I'm going to get that to make sure I have something to fall back on. Yeah. And what you're doing is you're setting yourself up for failure, because you're going, there's a possibility that I'm gonna fall back. And when you put that out there, then you fall back. But if you just say, hey, this is what I want to do, and you go do it, you usually get your stuff the way you want it, man. That's what.
I have been the class clown since I was a little kid. I started out as a class clown, and from the class clown, I went to the school clown. From the school clown, I went to the neighborhood clown, and like now, everybody knows me. I'm the guy who pranks. I'm Funny Murph.
Put your pants up. That's number one. I don't want any of that, right? Also,
if I was faced with choosing another career, I think I'd go crazy. There's nothing else I could do. I decided I'm 19 now. I decided when I was 17 that I wanted to go into this for real. And I was familiar with stand-up comedy and entertainment since I was 15. A lot of kids tell their parents they want to be doctors and lawyers and garbage like that, but I want to be a stand-up comedian. I told my parents that, and everything's working out for me fine. I'm growing constantly on stage, and everything is working out for me.
I like very much the imitations you did. The impressions were great.
I want to get, famous by the time I'm 21. I'm 19 now. I give myself 2 years.
My whole family is funny. I have a really funny family. Like the whole family can tell jokes and do the dozens and all that. So we're always really funny around the house. And when I realized I wanted to be a comedian, it was Richard Pryor. That's who was like, oh, that's what I want to be. So, in 1976, I think, it was the album he put out called That Nigga's Crazy. And I remember just sitting and listening to it over and over and over and over and over and over. And that was kind of where it started. That's where I realized what I was and what I wanted to do.